Oh yeah, nice bright sunshine. Hey kitty. Hey. 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 You like that, don't you? You like the nice sun? Yes. Oh, hi.
I'm old school like Bambada, no man's hotter. The damn data, I jam proper, you man's nada.
Best time of the day when the shift's over. Anyway, so today we're going to continue off with my story. I believe we left off with me in the institution. While I'm in the hospital, they attempt to diagnose me with disorders and everything. There's a whole list of them. There's like 9 or 10 of them. So after about the 2-month mark, somehow my old buddy from Nova Scotia managed to call me while I was there. And somehow he managed to convince the people there to let me go live with him in Edmonton, out west. Within a day, I got released. I was flying first class across the country to go live with my buddy in Edmonton. It's just like that, just done. And the first thing he did when he picked me up from the airport is shove a crack pipe in my mouth. Grant you, I could have said no and everything, but that's just not the type of person I was. So that was not the best way to start fresh. The very first thing you do is fucking smoke a crack pipe. That's so bad. And it continued from there for the next, I believe it was 3 months. It was all kind of a haze to me, but for the next 3 months, fuck work, fuck everybody else, screw the family, screw my friends. It was drug time, and I smoked myself silly, absolutely silly. We had one of our buddies was working on the oil rig, so we had unlimited funds. So whenever we ran out, we just got more. So this continued for a while, smoking, not going to work, smoking, losing my job, you know the cycle. Anyway, so this time when I went back to my mother's, my aunt, who was works for the Salvation Army, was there with my mom, and they both sat me down, kind of a mini intervention, so to speak. And they basically gave me 2 options. My options were go back to rehab or go live on the streets. So I chose to go live on the streets, which in the end was a very good idea, because that gave me the opportunity to start fresh, start clean. Now grant you, I was still coming off of a 3-month crack binge. So I was very sketched out. So the first couple days when I was on the streets, I didn't talk to anybody. I kind of just found a corner in some alley and just slept there. I slept in a car for about 3 weeks, a little 2-door Honda Civic, and I'm 6'4", so you can imagine what that was like. And then we ended up making our own little clique. There was 4 of us. And the 4 of us found various spots around the city to go sleep at nights. You know, I did the normal things. I stole, I cheated, I got in a few fights, I got my ass kicked a few times. That's also how I got my kitty cat. But I got off the streets after a few months, and I moved into a rooming house with the help of welfare. And I lived in this rooming house for about 3 years. While I was there, I did dabble in a drug here, a drug there, but it wasn't like it was in the past. I was trying to stop doing it. And you know, it was hard for me to do it cold turkey, but dabbling in it here and there with these types of people really opened my eyes to it, and eventually I became so annoyed with those types of people that it actually drove me away from doing the drugs themselves. So that was kind of a mixed blessing. So around the 3-year mark of being in this rooming house and dealing with all these crackheads and drug addicts and shady and shifty people, I couldn't take it no more. I finally made a mental decision to not be that type of person, because I couldn't stand it. So I mean, how could other people stand it? And it justified everything to me to stop doing it. So I got a good job, a good cooking job at this restaurant called Moxie's. It was a nice professional restaurant. Everything was ran with precision, nice good hard structure, and you know, it set me in a work mode way, or it taught me a way of working that I still follow to this day. Mostly because I found it the most efficient, and I found it the most reliable way of working. So during one of these jobs, the jobs I had before Moxie's, I met this guy who I was working with in a kitchen, and I needed to find someone to live with so I can move out on my own out of this rooming house. Me and him moved into a 2-bedroom apartment. It was a top floor apartment. It was really nice. But he was a pretty shady person, but I was naive enough to take him at face value and trust him. But unfortunately, he was full of shit, and he was practically in the stage that I was a few years back, and he basically fucked everything up for me. I got blamed for it by the landlord. Well, he told me I was the one that he trusted in this whole thing, because he thought the other guy was shady as well. Anyway, so because of that, I ended up having to move back to my mother's. And I was so angry that I was finally making a stand for myself, trying to make my life work, and somebody else fucked it up for me. Oh hell no, I wasn't having that. And the fact that I had to move back to my mother's because of it, oh hell no, I wasn't having that. No, that wasn't happening either. So I'll end the story there for today. Tomorrow I'll pick up there. I'll start talking. I'll get into what inspired me to do the vlogs and everything. For now, we're going to work. Some of you guys like the work footage, so I got a long night ahead of me. I'm pretty sure I can get something good. So let's go. Alright guys, so today I have a banquet to do. About 60 to 70 people. The banquet's going to be for the local junior basketball team, the Halifax Rainmen. It's a junior team for the Major League. So we have sauces for the chicken wings, some coconut breaded shrimp, and some spring rolls. And I also have some bruschetta mix upstairs that I'm going to make some little biscotta bruschetta mix. Alright, so I got the bruschetta in the oven along with the spring rolls. I also have the coconut shrimp upstairs in the fryers. And then I have the wings to go in after that. Once I've done that, I'm going to plate it all up and show you guys what it looks like once it's all on the platters. Well, unfortunately I didn't have enough time to show you guys everything. I had to fucking rush it out there. This is pretty much the aftermath. Here, I have some bruschetta still left over here. So here's the bruschetta and the aftermath of all this. So that was fun. Did it in 40 minutes, 10 minutes late, but you know, they only gave me a half an hour notice, so I think I did pretty good. Alright, smoke time, yeah, smoke time.
Oh, well thanks guys, I appreciate it.
No worries, man. Our pleasure. You guys gonna fucking fall asleep here soon.
And this is why you don't drink.
Yeah, I'm fine, absolutely.
Say hello to YouTube.
I'll see them when they get here. Thank you. Appreciate it. Bye. They shouldn't be much longer.
You know what though? Do you know how many guys I know in the lawyer department?
You're in no position to start threatening people, buddy.
I'm not threatening anybody.
You're in no position.
I love
You're already
bullying.
gay a fucking times, alright? So shut the fuck up. Alright?
Seriously.
Yes, slogan.
Take this as a lesson, folks, while you don't push bouncers.
The worst part is though,
Shit, so, you know, Josh,
You know what the worst part is?
So guys, I'll end it there. It's getting pretty busy in there, so it looks like it's going to be a busy night. It's going to be pretty late when I get home too, so I'm just going to go home, probably get a shower, eat, and go right to bed. So hope you guys have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.